Welcome to the special edition of the Roadrunner Review, where we take a look back at the 2012-13 Metro State sports season and the incredible stories, spectacular plays, and of course some nail-biting finishes. So pop that popcorn, get comfy, and get ready for the Roadrunner Review. Thanks for joining us here on the Roadrunner Review. I'm Peter Aragon, joined alongside Kevin Hall and KMET Radio's Justin Taylor, who is there with us for most of the sports season as well. And guys, we have a lot to cover and look back on the Metro State sports season, but let's go to the real reason people tune into the show, and that's Paula Ruelas. And Paula has all the Roadrunner news for you. Paula, how's your summer going?
Thanks, guys. I hope you're having an excellent summer. And hello out there, Metro State fans. We'll begin with some exciting news from the volleyball world as head coach Debbie Hendricks has been invited to China to serve as an assistant coach for the USA development team. She will assist New Mexico head coach Jeff Nelson in taking a single team of 12 players to Shanghai to compete in matches that will last till the end of June. What an incredible honor for Coach Hendricks, and we wish her the best in spreading her knowledge and competitive nature to the best players in the world. From one USA team to another, former women's soccer All-American Courtney Ryan earned a spot on the United States wheelchair basketball team this past June. Along with 16 other players, Ryan will compete over the summer in friendly competition to get ready for the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The Chula Vista native played 2 spectacular seasons with Metro soccer team before an accident on the soccer pitch left her without the use of her legs. But that didn't deter her passion for sports and will now represent her country in 2016. Such an inspirational story, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on Ryan's quest to Rio de Janeiro right here on the Roadrunner Review and at GoMetroState.com. Now back to you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer while I spend mine in some crappy part of the world. I think it's called Hawaii.
Thanks, Paula, and I guess thanks for inviting us to Hawaii. I mean, guys, we just got gypped on that one.
I know, seriously, I thought we were friends. Like, she's not taking us.
Really slighted. Really slighted. That's not what friends do.
Okay, over under though, how many bags do you think she has? We'll go with 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I think she has at least 5 bags, so we'll go with that amount. And Bobby, good luck at carrying all those on. But this is the best of the best show, and so we have the best of the best on this panel to look back at the 2012-13 Metro State sports season. And of course, we have to start with the men's basketball team and their incredible run towards that title. And we won't soon forget it, and a big reason is because we were there to get you all those highlights. Head coach Derek Clark returned 9 players from the previous year's Elite 8 team, including preseason All-American Jonathan Morris, who proceeded to have a season of a lifetime. The Roadrunners started the season with 22 straight wins and held the #1 ranking in the nation for 5 straight weeks. After capturing the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference regular season championship with a 20-2 RMAC record, the team brought home their 10th RMAC tournament championship on the last-second heroics of junior Brandon Jefferson. It was then on to the Central Region Tournament of the Big Dance, where Coach Clark's squad used home court advantage to secure the 2nd straight regional championship. After outlasting Franklin Pierce in the Elite 8, Metro's stifling defense held the nation's top-scoring team in West Liberty to just 76 points, earning their first trip to the national championship game since 2002. The Roadrunners held a 17-point lead in the first half before Drury University rallied to take a 1-point lead with under 20 seconds to go. Metro could not find the final bucket and would end up national runners-up. So close to winning that 3rd national championship, but it was a great season nonetheless, and it was a fantastic finish. But Justin, it really started at the beginning of the season where they showed the nation this team was no joke.
A 22-game win streak, it doesn't get much better than that. Really had us all thinking that they were going to go all the way without 1 loss at all. And starting the season out with Winona State and coming out with a victory there, it really was the precursor for all the good things that were to come.
It really was, and they would end up, their first loss would be against Fort Lewis. We all know that. We went down there and had to see that, unfortunately, but they got their revenge really against Fort Lewis in the RMAC championship. That game was probably the best game I think any of us have ever seen here on this court. Marcus Ayala gets the pass. Brandon Jefferson tried to jump the pass, steal the ball, lets Ayala go in for an easy up and under. Metro's down 1 point with less than 16 seconds to go. And Justin Taylor, you had the great call for it. I had the great camera work, just wanted to toot my own horn there. But Brianna Jefferson goes down the court, crosses over, goes left, behind the back, towards the baseline, fadeaway jumper, hits it. Fort Lewis had a last-second shot, which no one really saw because no one knew that there was time even left on the clock. The crowd was going so crazy. Brianna Jefferson goes across the court, all the way to the other corner. Fans mob him. I'm running across the court with the camera. People are just going crazy up here, and it was great to see. Everyone left here with a smile, unless you were a Fort Lewis player or fan. So it's great to see that. Now let's go into the NCAA tournament, though. Just a great run another regional tournament, and then you get to the top scoring team in the nation, and people are wondering, can you stop them?
Yeah, West Liberty, they averaged about 104 points a game, and that's all people were talking about leading up to that game was how is Metro going to stop West Liberty's offense. Metro had one of the top-ranked defenses in the NCAA, so they had it covered. They had pretty good offense, too. They jumped out to a 20-4 lead in the first half, come out firing in the second half. Then Alex Falk, National Player of the Year for West Liberty. He had 34 points on the night. Majority of those came in the second half. But Brandon Jefferson and Mitch McCarron, they had a couple clutch three-pointers to help Metro take that game, move on to a national championship. And I think they progressively got better because they faced those Pierce scorers like Alex Falk, Eric Jean-Guillaume, and Franklin Pierce, Chuck Guy of Tarleton. They just kept getting better and better facing those guys. And it was just great to see. Can't wait to see what Coach Clark does with this team. He has Brandon Jefferson, Nicholas Kay, and Mitch McCarron coming back. So his team has upside, so hopefully we get that national championship next year. But we're going to take a break. But before we do, let's take a look back at our women's tennis team who had the wins and awards come by the handful. Head coach Beck Mears led the Roadrunners to a second-place finish in the RMAC, earning a first-round bye in the conference tournament. Coach Mears won Coach of the Year, while Kara Cromwell won Freshman of the Year. Up next on the show, we head out to the pitch for a look back at our women's soccer season here on the Roadrunner Review.
The Roadrunner Review is brought to you by its proud sponsors, Panorama Orthopedics and Spine Center. From sports injuries to spine injuries to total joints for arthritis, they are in your neighborhood caring for your injuries. Located at 3 convenient locations, Golden, Littleton, and Thornton.
Welcome back. Our women's soccer team had a great run in the postseason, and that's who we feature next in our Best of the Best episode. Adrienne Alvarez began her 5th season as head coach and returned a team with extraordinary talent and featured experience at every position on the pitch. Super sophomore Carissa Price exploded onto the scene, leading the team in goals with 16, in points with 35, and game-winning goals with 5. The team was ranked as high as 8th in the nation, which came after the team had won 7 straight games. In that streak, they outscored their opponents 18-2. The team reached the NCAA tournament for the 11th straight year, which is currently the longest active streak in Division II. They took out West Texas A&M and St. Edwards in Austin, Texas to reach a Sweet 16, which took place on their home field. Colorado Mines would end their season with a 2-1 defeat, but another memorable chapter added to the already storied history of women's soccer. At the beginning of the season, guys, we looked at this roster and we knew this team could do something special. Had the great run through the Sweet 16, had great players like Kelsey Newland and Haley Ranko. But one player we really have to talk about, Kevin, is Carissa Price.
Yeah, you can't say enough about Carissa Price. I mean, I could go on for the entire show about the compliments she had. Named preseason All-RMAC, first-team All-RMAC, first-team All-South Central Region. I mean, the list goes on. And she started out hot, had 5 goals in her first 5 games. She led the team, as you said, with 16 goals, had 35 points. And then she had 2 hat-tricks this season. She never had a hat-trick before. Her first one came against Incarnate Word. At the beginning of the season, had all 3 goals in that game. They won 3-2. And then against New Mexico Highlands, they had 8 goals in that game. Chris added in 3 more. And what's special about her, she can score from anywhere on the field. Set pieces, she's coming down the middle of the field, sidelines, going in for a header off a corner kick. It doesn't matter. She can just score at will. And the best news is we have her for 2 more seasons. She's only a junior, so it's going to be a fun 2 seasons to watch her.
It is going to be fun. But my top moment goes when Metro traveled out west to Golden, took on Mines, and Metro had a little bit of a losing streak in RMAC play. It was a 4-game winless streak in RMAC conference games dating back to last season 2011, which was their longest losing streak since 2001. They lost 3-0 the week before to UC Colorado Springs, really needed a win, and why not do it against one of your rivals, in-town rivals? Carl School of Mines. I mean, really, they needed this win badly. Brandy Farley put the runners up in the 61st minute, but the game really got interesting with 10 seconds left. I mean, that sounds weird to say, but Mines had a free kick close into Metro's net. The free kick comes in, first shot was blocked. The second shot, though, Jordan Simpkins had to make a diving stop. The ball got cleared. Metro just comes out sweating out of that one, biting their nails to win it. And it really just showed that this team was ready to take off and go on that big win streak. And Justin, that win streak traveled all the way to Mexico Highlands. And Kevin mentioned the score already. It was not even a close game at all.
Yeah, nothing like a good old-fashioned beatdown, and that was certainly the case against New Mexico Highlands. 8 goals. Abby Rolfe got things started early, 7 minutes into the game, and then Carissa Price just takes off, getting 3 goals, also had an assist. Maggie Rojas had 2 goals. Just one of those thorough thrashings from the ladies.
And it just really helped the team propel going into that RMAC tournament and the rest of the postseason. But Carissa Price, definitely, I think we all can say we're just glad she's coming back, and it's going to be fun to watch her next year. But we have to take another break. But before we do, let's take a look back at our men's soccer season. Head coach Cam Parsons entered his 9th season in 2012, and with top scorer Mark Hirschberger and top defender Andrew Mejia, the Roadrunners finished 3rd in the RMAC, reaching the RMAC Tournament semifinals. Freshman phenom Danny Arubla racked up 13 goals and 7 assists in his first season and will be looked upon to lead the squad for Parsons' 10th season. Don't go anywhere, we're coming right back on the Roadrunner Review.
The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics.
Thanks for coming back. Heading into that volleyball season, there were some question marks as the team lost 6 super seniors that pushed this program to astonishing heights. But have no fear, Debbie Hendricks was still here. Hendricks began her 12th season in 2012 and probably had her toughest head coaching job after the departure of those 6 seniors. With studs in Alyssa Heath and Lauren Chiano working those outsides and senior Vanessa Gemignani setting them up, the Roadrunners finished 3rd in the East Division and 4th overall. They reached the Ncaa Tournament for the 13th straight season, which is the 4th longest streak in Division II. I know we were concerned heading into this season when the likes of Bree Morley, Emily Greenhall, and Knock Fan left the team, but this 2012 team left any doubt at the door when they took on the number 5 ranked team in the nation, Central Missouri, in the Colorado Premier Challenge. I mean, this game was back and forth throughout. Central Missouri won 1, then we win, they win, we win. So it goes to that all-deciding 5th set, and this one, of course, was just like the whole match. Both teams were going back and forth on points, had to go to extra points where Metro would eventually win 16-14. And this was Lauren Chiano's coming out party. I mean, really showing that she could take what Bree Morley left from this team, or took away from this team. And then you also had Alyssa Heath with 11 kills, and then Kylie Hahn, she racked in 13 kills as well. So really just a great way to end that Colorado Premier Challenge for this team and go out with a W.
Well, I'm excited about this year's Colorado Premier Challenge because we get to play our old RMAC rival in Nebraska Kearney. They left to go to the MIAA, so having them come back here to the Rary Event Center for one more match, it's going to be fun to watch. But coming back to our current RMAC rival, Colorado School of Mines, that's where we had my favorite volleyball moment. Whenever we play Mines, it's always 5-set barn burners, it seems. I mean, you have record-breaking set points, you have matches going where Metro is down 2-0, came back, win 3-2. And so you never know what you're going to get with these games. And so when they came here in mid-November last year, Alyssa Heath was a storyline in that game, had 26 kills. That was the first time since 2007 that any Metro player had that many kills, when Julie Green McFarland had it with 29. And so Metro, they won the first set thanks to Alyssa Heath. She had 8 kills in that game, but then errors proved costly in the next 2 sets, went down 2-1. Heath came back again in the 4th set, had 7 kills, leading to an all-deciding 5th set. It would go in favor of Mines, but Alyssa Heath, she stood out in that game. And another player who had a big statistical night was Vanessa Gemignani. She had 54 assists, which is 3 lower than her career high.
Yeah, it really seems like 5 sets is a theme whenever we play Mines, and always a great matchup, and can't wait to see what happens next year. But Let's go to another rivalry that's really close to home in Regis University. And Justin, another great matchup with them.
Yeah, crosstown rival, no more than about 10 minutes away, and 2 5-set matches within a month's time frame. I mean, really epic stuff. Statistical outputs. Talked about Delia Whitaker, 19 kills. That was a career high for her in October. And then Savannah Garcia and Alex Green both had career highs for Diggs in the second outing. And Vanessa Gimignani all season long. In these 2 matches, she approached almost 60 assists both times around. So impressive and probably the highlight for me.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about these teams, but they like to give us some heart attacks. So hopefully that changes next season, but we do have to take another break. But before we do, we take a look back at Brianna Hemmings' fabulous freshman season. Hemming burst onto the outdoor track and field scene with quite a magical season. The accomplished triathlete broke the school record in the 800 meter and the 1500 meter during the regular season, and then proceeded to earn gold medals in those same events at the RMAC Championships in Golden. And to top it all off, she earned All-American honors after she finished 3rd in the 1500 meters at the NCAA Championships in Pueblo. Did we mention she's only a freshman? She'll be back next season, and we're back right after this.
Metro State Roadrunners, one of the most successful Division II programs in the nation. 6 national championships. 65 conference championships in the RMAC. 248 All-Americans. The season is almost here, and admission is free for all students. Great prizes will be handed out at select games, so make sure you're in the crowd. You can also follow the Roadrunners through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and GoMetroState.com. Get in the game and get rowdy.
So glad you made it back, and you're just in time as we glance back at our women's basketball team who had to move on without All-American guard Jasmine Cervantes and All-Conference forward Kaylee Dow. 4-year seniors Emily Wood, Kristen, and Brandy Valencia led the Roadrunners to another successful season. Under 3rd-year head coach Tanya Javi, the Roadrunners finished with 20 wins once again and finished 2nd in the final standings of the RMAC behind the number 3 ranked team in the nation, Colorado Mesa. The team would reach the semifinals of the RMAC tournament before landing a spot in the NCAA tournament for the 3rd straight season. It was a lot to ask for this team to make another deep run in the NCAA tournament after losing so many key players, but another appearance in the big dance is a great feat in and of itself. But we got to we're not trying to pick on New Mexico Highlands, guys, but we're kind of doing it just in a great game for Metro against them once again.
Yeah, New Mexico Highlands getting a lot of footage here, but crazy game. 9 3-pointers in the first half from the ladies, 11 total for the day. I mean, it just seemed like they couldn't miss. Rim was wide open, about as big as an ocean. Cassie Lambert, 4 3-pointers. Emily Wood gets a pair. Kaya DeGarmo, everybody really got in the party. And New Mexico Highlands just a victim of a really strong shooting performance that day.
It was a great game to watch for this team. Let's go to a RMAC rival really for this team. The past 3 seasons since Coach Javi has come here, really it seems to be Fort Lewis Metro. And it was a great game at home for Metro State against Fort Lewis.
Yeah, they had a new coach this past year. We weren't really sure whether the rivalry was really going to stay as heated as it has been. We got traded to another awesome game. The game was back and forth all game long. I mean, Metro would score, Fort Lewis would score. Metro score, Fort Lewis score. Metro ended up going into half only up by 2, 32-30. And 3-pointers were raining down, just like with the New Mexico Highlands game. Ashley Kuchar was hitting them near the end. Emily Wood was hitting them near the end. And you really were just holding your heart that this game was so exciting. Went down to the final minutes, and Lambert got a nice pass inside. She went up to score. Then Wood got a basket underneath the rim. She scored, and then Fort Lewis had to start fouling. Metro clutch in their free throws, able to hold on, and then one last-second ditch effort for the Skyhawks, stolen by Kaya DeGarmo, seal the victory, 63-60.
Well, you said this went to the last minute. Well, really, the regular season for Metro went down to the last weekend for them. They ended up being CSU Pueblo 42-32. Wasn't a great shooting performance, but they held the CSU Pueblo to 32 points, which I think was huge. And then they went up against UC Colorado Springs and really won that one handily, 65-47. So, and held that second spot, which really helped them going into that RMAC tournament. Well, now we have a lot of senior leadership, but going into next season, along with some great recruits that we've been hearing about. So can't wait to see what Coach Javi has in store for us. But before we take another break, we go into that baseball season and see what Coach Otis was up to with his team. Head coach Jared Otis began his second season with the Roadrunners in 2013 and brought the team back to the RMAC tournament after a year off. Top performances from seniors Alex Shrub and Jacob Nelson, along with a bunch of talented sophomores, the team finished the season with a 20-27 overall record and 16-20 in conference play. Don't change that channel. We have the top 10 plays from the 2012-2013 season. We're coming right back. Last segment of the season here on the Roadrunner Review, and that usually means Eric brings out flowers, right? No? No? Okay, so I guess there's no other great way to end this segment than going over top plays from this past season. And in honor of this being the last show, we're gonna give them the top 10 and not the top 5. So are you guys excited?
Yeah, I'm just sad that we had to leave some plays out.
Yeah, it is really sad. There were some great ones, so let's get into it. Time for top plays, and we're bringing you the top 10 from the past year. So hold on tight, a lot of great plays that will have you on the edge of your seat. In play number 10, it's All-American Jonathan Morris, who decided to have a block party against Black Hills State. The big man from Boulder swatted Yellow Jacket shots all over the arena and will end up with 7 total once that final bell rang. Morris's defense was just as good as his offense.
Carissa Price had a season to remember in her sophomore campaign, but her goal versus Colorado Mines may have been her best one. Here's the call from our own Justin Taylor.
Carissa Price now dancing in traffic, left side, cranks one with the right foot. Ball calls in right over the hands of Yalen Yates, and what a cannon.
Not a bad goal, nor was it a bad call.
Thanks, Kevin. Not bad camera work either. On to play number 8, and Alyssa Heath came ready to spike as the junior pounded a career-high 26 kills in the 5-set battle versus number 14 Colorado Mines. She helped the team rally from a 2-1 deficit to force a Game 5. Heath should be even better in her senior season.
Women's basketball features our play number 7, and boy, were they making it rain against New Mexico Highlands back in January. The Runners drained 9 first-half three-pointers and only 12 attempts en route to the 87-58 win. Cassie Lambrak win 4 of 4. Kaida Garmo connected on 3, while Emily Wood dropped in a couple. The team finished with 11, which was the most in a game since 2008.
Back to men's hoops in play number 6, it was the regular season matchup with Fort Lewis and downtown Denver. Up 4 with 40 seconds to go, Demetrius Miller fouls Cade Kloster at the three-point line, and Kloster makes all 3 free throws to cut the lead to just 1. Metro needed a big-time basket, and they got it from a surprising source, our own Todd Diamond on the call.
McCarron gives it up to Cooper. Cooper for 3, and he nails it! Tyler Cooper!
We'll see more from this great rivalry in a few moments.
Jacob Nelson was in beast mode during the month of April, earning the RMAC's Athlete of the Month award. The senior carried a .417 batting average, scored 17 times, blasted 7 home runs, and drove in 27 runs. Let's not forget that Nelson broke the school record by crushing 6 home runs in 6 straight games. It was too bad we only had Nelson for just 1 year.
It was the opening round of the RMAC men's soccer tournament that pitted Metro State versus Fort Lewis. The Skyhawks scored 2 quick goals at the start of the game to put the Roadrunners in a big hole, but the team looked to senior leader for a little help.
Mentioned they cashed in on 2 of them, trying to go right side to Hughes. Great ball. If Hughes can get a foot on it, does. Off the keep, open net, and the goal. Mark Hirschberger comes up, great job. Nice kick there, Hughes trying to reach. Hirschberger, Rubla gets a touch. Hirschberger has a chance here. Gets a pass to keep and the goal. We are all tied up at 2 apiece, and Hirschberger, 2 goals here.
Pierce Galan would put in the game winner in the 3-2 victory to move on to the conference finals.
Let's hit the track in play number 3. Brianna Hemmings was a story of the meet as the freshman took home first place in the 1500 meters, earning her first gold medal in RMAC competition. Then later that same day, Hemmings again breaks a tape, this time capturing gold in the 800 meters. It was a great day for the Kiowa native. Oh, by the way, did we mention she helped the team finish 3rd in the 4x100 relay? She's pretty good.
Big plays come from big-time players in big-time moments. No bigger time than the NCAA tournament with a shot at the Sweet 16 at stake. Tie game late. Abby Rolfe on the corner. She finds the head of a 5'9" Nicole Pollock, who finds the back of the net for the game-winning goal. The junior can barely stand. She's so excited the team would hold on for the 2-1 win and play at home in the Sweet 16. Let's just say that was big time.
Play number 1 is a good one. The top play comes from the epic game in the RMAC Championship against Fort Lewis College. Brandon Jefferson tried for the steal, but missed, allowing Arala to score the go-ahead basket with 8 seconds to go. But that was plenty of time for Big Shot BJ.
Stand back, coming up the far sideline. Just to the right wing, stops there, behind the back, now crosses over. Pull-up jumper, it's contested.
That play will live on in Metro State lore for many years to come. The top plays of the year are brought to you by Miller Coors. Miller Coors wants everyone to remember to drink responsibly. Great things happened on this court and out there on that field, so another great Metro sports season. Can't wait to see what happens next year. Make sure to check out GoMetroState.com for all your Roadrunner news and stay caught up. Well, for Kevin Hall, Justin Taylor, Paul Urelis, the big guy upstairs, Eric Lansing, I'm Peter Aragon. We'll see you next season.